Hey everyone, welcome back to another Ragnarok M classic video. I've received many test suggestions in my previous videos and I tried out a number of them. In this video, I'll showcase all of those results. I also want to apologize if I couldn't complete some of the suggestions, such as the plus 15 equipment and certain MVP cards due to my limited resources at the moment. Our main test for this video will be the plus 10i of Dullahan. Since a lot of people are asking if it's good for Royal Guard instant/build, so if you're still undecided whether to buy it or not, then you should watch this video until the end. This is very expensive investment, so you might check it out first before buying. Before we start, I wanted to share that over 80% of the people watching my videos are not yet subscribed. While subscribing is completely optional and I won't pressure you to do so, I would really appreciate it if you decided to subscribe. It's free, and you can always unsubscribe if you change your mind in the future. Thank you, and let's get back to the main topic of this video. Let's set our target to Undead Dragon to see the damage difference between the things we are comparing. Let's also change the other one to Rune Master Thanatos, since some players prefer this as the target. We will test the auto attack nodes from the Aesir Monument again, so let's see our damage without it first. I already tested this before, but someone asked to test it again if it's now working. My damage to Undead Dragon is 15.1 million and 1,250,000 to Rune Master Thanatos. Let's see if it will change. My damage to Undead Dragon and Rune Master is still the same and didn't improve even a bit. So I guess it's still not working. I already explained this before. The nodes only gives auto attack points and not auto attack damage. That's why it's not working. But let's see in the future, maybe they will finally include auto attack points in our damage calculation. Next is the Cobalt Card. Someone said that Cobalt Card have higher damage boost than Zipper Bear Star Card. This might be true because it gives 10 crit points, so it will give 2% damage increase to our Insta-Slash. The reason is the passive Master skill, which gives 1% damage every 5 points of crit and crit damage. It also gives 1% damage every 10% of attack speed. So this means we can get 2% damage boost and an extra STR for more attack bonus. So let's test it out to see if it's true. Also, let's change the Greatest General card because it can mess our damage consistency. Our damage using Cobalt Card is 14.2 million to Undead Dragon and 1,175,000 to Rune Master. Now let's change it to Zipper Bear Star. Now, our damage is 14.3 mil to Undead Dragon and 1,180,000 to Rune Master. So the Zipper Bear Star is still the better one when it comes to damage, but the difference is not that big. In fact, it's so small, considering that Cobalt Card is just cost 500,000 Zeny. So using Cobalt Leader is not a bad choice if you still don't have budget for Zipper Bear Star. I also want to compare the Cobalt Card and the Novice Maid card. Let's see which one is better. The damage is pretty much the same. So I guess they're equal, and nothing is better. But for me, Greatest General card is still better than all of them. Look how much damage can we get with this card. It straight up added 1,000,000 damage. 10% damage increase is just too big to ignore, so I will stick to my Zipper Bear Star and Greatest General combo. Next test is the Spearfish and the Ivory Lance. It's commonly asked in the comments, but I keep forgetting to test it, so I will test it in this video. I will remove all my weapon cards because my Ivory Lance has only one slot, so it's better not to use the card anymore. Let's test it to PvE monster first. Of course, Spearfish would win, but let's see it anyway. We will also try it in PvP monster. So without weapon card, our damage is 9.1 million. Now let's switch to Ivory Lance. We lost almost half of our damage, but this is expected since Ivory Lance is not for MVP monsters. But now let's try it in PvP. I cannot try it in actual PvP, but I think max armor attribute and 60% dummy strength is equal to PvP. But I'm not sure since my usual damage in GVG is around 200,000 to 400,000. Let's see the damage of Spearfish first. It's around 401,000 damage. Now let's change it to Ivory Lance. It became 486,000. That's a lot of damage difference. But let's try to increase the dummy strength to 70%. I think Ivory Lance is really better when it comes to PvP. I guess using Ivory Lance can also allow us to be more flexible on our PvP gears. Instead of achieving 100% ignore def, we can now prioritize more defensive stats. This will allow us to be more tanky with the same damage capability. For example, instead of ignore defense enchants, we can change it to damage or crit resistance instead. We can also change our garment to defensive item. I guess I need to make separate video about this, since it can make this video longer. Now let's head to the main experiment of this video. I recently got a Sharp Blade 3 EOD, and I also made it to +10. I purposely went for magic accessories since a lot of you are asking if this is better or not. So I hope your questions will be answered in this video. I will compare it to a physical Rift accessory since I don't have other pure physical accessory yet. This Rift accessory has 3.6% physical damage increase, so it is higher. But the EOD have 7.5% melee attack and 2.1% physical damage increase. I also upgraded to Tier 4 to unlock the 10% magic attack. Now let's start with the Rift accessory damage. Our damage is 15.2 mil to Undead Dragon and 1,271,000 to Rune Master. Now, let's change it to EOD. Now it became 15.1 million to Dragon and 1,250,000 to Rune Master. So, obviously, Rift Accessory is still better, that plus 10 Eye of Dullahan, with Sharp Blade 3. This plus 10 EOD cost around 90 million Zeny, and Rift Accessory is basically free. That's a huge difference in price, so I think it's just better to stay on Rift Accessory at the moment. But in late game, I think EOD will also shine. The only problem right now is my raw magic attack. It is still low. That's why I don't benefit a lot in magic attack percentage equipment like this, but once we get a good amount of raw magic attack, then we will get more magic attack from magic attack percentage boost. But yeah, just like I said, physical accessories are still better, and Rift Gears are also underrated. We can still use them, and no need to rush things out. Anyway, that's it for this video. Don't forget to give a like and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you, and see you on the next one.